Hello, Quincy and Hannibal. I am Brody, and this is the Kick FM DVD of the Week, brought to you by Family Video at 20th and Broadway in Quincy. Family Video, where you can get new releases months before they're available on Netflix and Redbox, and new accounts get half off all rentals for the first month. Now, this week's movie is the Oscar-nominated Steve Jobs, starring Michael Fassbender, Kate Winslet, Seth Rogen, and Jeff Daniels.
Fix it.
What the?
Fix it, Steve.
Take it easy.
Fix it, or I quit. How about that? I quit and you never see me again. How about that?
Tell me what's wrong with you this morning.
What's been wrong with me for 19 years? I've been a witness, and I tell you, I've been complicit.
Now, director Danny Boyle, with the help of writer Aaron Sorkin, makes an excellent examination of one of the 20th century's most influential minds. And while they use real people and real events as a backdrop, this film is 100% a work of fiction. They are artists creating art that use real people and real events as a jumping off point.
Why do people who were adopted feel like they were rejected instead of selected?
I don't feel rejected.
You're sure?
Very sure.
Because it's not like the baby is born and the parents look and say, nah, we're not interested in this one. On the other hand, someone did choose you.
But ultimately, the fact that it's an entire work of fiction about real people and real things doesn't matter, because they're not trying to tell the story of what Steve Jobs did in 1988. They're trying to tell the story of Steve Jobs' mind and his business life and how that affects his personal and business relationships with the people around him. What's important is that Boyle, Sorkin, Fassbender, Winslet, Daniels, Rogen, the entire cast and crew were able to make a cinematically interesting story out of what is completely not cinematically interesting at all. And from the top down, the film is beautifully done. It's visually striking, the soundtrack is impeccable, and you can't beat the script or the performances. Sorkin wrote amazing dialogue, and it was delivered exquisitely. Like, everybody just really got into their characters, which is absolutely fantastic. The film was one of my favorites of the year, and you will do yourself a favor if you go rent this right now, especially if you are a fan of anybody involved in the film. Now, what's really cool is on the DVD there is a special making of featurette, which is told in 3 parts, much like the film is, and it goes through everybody's process in making this film, from the composer to the editor to the production designer, the cameraman, and of course the director and the cast, how they made these characters, how they brought these real life people in and made them characters. And it also features the DVD features 2 audio commentary tracks for the film. The first one from Danny Boyle, who really gets into the broad stroke creative brushes that they made, and how Michael Fassbender found the character, how Kate Winslet found her character, Seth Rogen, how everybody found their voice, even if it was just as simple as the lighting person. You also get a lot of the technical aspects on the second commentary track from writer Aaron Sorkin and editor Elliot Graham, which is both are definitely worth listening to if you do find that sort of thing interesting. But they really dive into the making of the film, both on the featurette and on the commentary, so definitely worth checking out. Again, if you are a fan of anybody involved in this film, even just one person involved in this film, go rent this movie. It is fantastic. You'll love it. Also available on DVD this week are Black Mass, starring Johnny Depp, and Trumbo, starring Bryan Cranston. But I'm Brody, that was Steve Jobs, and this has been your Kick FM DVD of the Week, brought to you by Family Video. Thanks, and I'll catch you next week.
You can't write code. You're not an engineer. You're not a designer. You can't put a hammer to a nail. I built the circuit board. The graphical interface was stolen from Xerox PARC. Jeff Raskin was the leader of the Mac team before you threw him off his own project. Everything, someone else designed the box. So how come 10 times in a day, I read Steve Jobs as a genius?
Hey everybody, just want to take a quick second to remind you to click the subscribe button down at the bottom of the video so you never miss a DVD of the week brought to you by Family Video and 97.9 Kick FM. Thanks for watching.